So is Shaam mentioned in the Quran? Is Syria mentioned in the Quran? Actually, it is mentioned in 3 places. Of course, most of us know the Surah Al-Isra, the first ayah. Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa alladhi barakna hawla. So Allah, He's talking about glory to the one who took His servant by night from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. Masjid al-Aqsa, the farthest masjid, it's in Jerusalem. Alladhi barakna hawla. The masjid that we put barakah, blessings around it. So what does it mean here, the barakah that is around Maqdis, the Jerusalem and the lands around it? What does Allah mean by we put barakah? The Mufassirun, they say that the land of Shaam is the Mahbat al-Wahi. The land of Shaam is where a lot of revelation came down, right? How many prophets were there? And you have Jesus, you have Abraham, you have Sulaiman. Wahi comes down so much to the land of Shaam, the revelation from Angel Jibreel. So this, of course, if you have so much Wahi coming down, just like Mecca and Medina are blessed, the land of Shaam is going to be blessed. And also, of course, with that Wahi, you have prophets upon prophets that came, and they were all in the land of Shaam. So there's barakah. But also the barakah extends even to the fruits of Shaam. As you know in Surah, وَالتِّينِ وَالزَّيْتُونِ, Allah swears by the fig and by the olive. The fig and the olive are not found in Arabia. They're found in Shaam, especially in Palestine today. That's the land of olives. In Syria as well. So we have this barakah in the land of Shaam. The Prophet ﷺ, he also prayed that Allah put barakah in the Shaam. Allahumma barik fi Shamina wa Yamanina, right? The Prophet ﷺ, he said, bless the Shaam, the Levant area, and the Yemen. Then the Sahaba, they said, what about Najd? Najd is where Riyadh is today. And he said, may Allah bless Shaam and Yemen again. And then he said, what about Najd? He said, Najd is where the earthquakes and the tribulations and the horn of Shaitan comes about. Today in Najd, in the Riyadh, they have unfortunately, the music concerts, and a lot of tribulations are really there in the Najd, subhanAllah. And then the Prophet ﷺ, he also said, the hadith actually, Aisha, the hadith that was quoted, I think, on the advertisement for this lesson. The Prophet ﷺ said, I saw the pillar of the book being taken from under my pillow. And so I followed it with my eyes, and I saw that the pillar was in Shaam. And then he said, indeed, in the time of fitan, faith will be in Shaam. Fitan means tribulation, but the reality of fitna is anything that takes us away from the remembrance of Allah. So in the time when the world is going away from the remembrance of Allah, faith will be found in Shaam. This is what the hadith is telling us, that the pillar of the book was taken from my pillow, and I followed it, and it was in Shaam. It was placed in Shaam. So the wahi, the pillar of that wahi is still found in Shaam, according to the Prophet ﷺ in the times of fitan. Subhanallah. All right, we also have some other ayahs here. We have when Musa alayhi salam, he came to bring the people, the Bani Israel, he said, "Udkhulul ard al-muqaddasa allati barakallahu." He said, go and enter the land of Shaam. Enter the land of the holy land. Ya qawm idkhulu al-ard al-muqaddasa allati kataba Allahu lakum. O my people, enter the land that Allah has blessed. Al-ard al-muqaddasa. What is the ard al-muqaddasa? Jerusalem and the land around it. So Musa alayhi salam, he said this is a holy land. This is a holy land. Sulaiman alayhi salam, he also said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلِسُلَيْمَانَ الرِّيحَ عَاصِفَةً تَجْرِي بِأَمْرِهِ إِلَىٰ أَرْضٍ الَّتِي بَارَكْنَا فِيهَا. So Sulaiman, he had command of the winds that would blow towards the land that Allah had put the barakah in. So these are 3 places in the Quran where the land of Shaam is blessed, and it's called the Holy Land. And also, if you want to add the 4th, Surah Al-Tini wa Zaytun, Allah is swearing by this land. Ayah number 1 of Surah Al-Isra, Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa alladhi barakna hawla. The second one, when Musa alayhi salam is speaking to the Bani Israel, يا قوم ادخلوا الأرض المقدسة التي كتب الله لكم. This Surah Ma'idah, ayah 21. This is Musa, he said, enter the Holy Land, which is the Jerusalem and the Bayt al-Maqdis. And then Allah, he also addresses, talks about Sulaiman. وَلِسُلَيْمَانَ الرِّيحَ عَاصِفَةً تَجْرِي بِأَمْرِهِ إِلَى الْأَرْضِ الَّتِي بَارَكْنَا فِيهَا. And Sulaiman, he had command over the winds, and the winds would run to the land that we put our blessings in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, we put our blessings in those lands. Ayah 81 from Surah Al-Anbiya. So the winds, they were blowing to the land that Allah has blessed. And so this is the land around Sulaiman. Sulaiman, of course, was in Jerusalem, and his winds, he could control the winds that would blow around in Jerusalem. And the fourth one, ulama say, is when Allah swears by the teen and the zaytun. The teen and the zaytun, the famous fruit of Shaam is the olive. Allah says, "Wat-tini was zaytun." So Allah is swearing by those things, and Allah swears by things because they're blessed and they're important and they have when Allah swears by it, it means that it has an importance. So the land of Zaytun is Palestine. Palestine is the land of olives. Subhanallah.